So what is your why?
Well, why do I keep going? Why the intent?
Why do you do all this?
So,
and you've blown up
I've
pretty
become a
quick
slave
too.
to be honest. Yeah, so I've become a slave to it. So my growth has been because of this. Most people, what they're doing is they start off in their studio and they're growing their studio. They feel like they hit a professional, or they hit a level of like professionalism and knowledge to where they're going to then start doing some training. Not everybody does the training, but for those that do, and then they typically do courses from where they're at. They might be doing them every 6 weeks. They might have a class, or I know a lot of people that love to do one-on-ones, which I actually really enjoy one-on-ones because you don't have to be so step by step. It could be a lot more relaxed, and you'll get a lot of individual training, really tailored to them. But for me, it was one-on-ones was just taking up too much time. It was like, damn, I do like 3 one-on-ones in a week. I could just have a class once a month.
Yeah.
But then the traveling started, and I was like, oh shit, I can go from being exposed to my area to exposing myself on a U.S. based scale. And then from there, it was like now North American scale. And now I'm trying to go worldwide scale.
What's the timeline on this? Just so people know, because
3 years.
And that's not very long.
No.
I mean, you went from dabbling in something to help your mom, basically, to now you're talking about a global scale.
In 3 years.
We're talking about Dubai, Australia. I mean, 3 years.
I mean, I've had people take my online training all over the world. Indonesia, Germany, Brazil. I've had in Dubai, KSA, Japan. Oh shit! I didn't even tell you. I got a lady. Excuse my language. I got a lady flying out from China.
You cuss all you want. Shit, goddamn filth, farm filth.
I got a lady who found me off of Instagram from China.
No way.
Yeah. So
I remember that. Okay.
She found her own translator in LA.
All right.
And so she's come out to my office in California.
Sweet.
Spending some heavy money and like no whole bar. She's just like, how much? Okay. Like, I'm gonna book a flight. I want to do it this month. And she's like, I want it before the month's over.
That feels so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, it's really cool to be on that kind of a scale. And it's happened in 3 years. The craziest thing was like really my first like year growth. In my first calendar year, so January to December, this is 2022. My goal for the year was $120,000, right? I was like, I can hit 10K a month every month. I'll be good, And mind you, the month prior,
are you talking about money in your pocket or gross?
Net or
gross?
Okay.
So, and mind you, like December of 2021, I think December was like 22,000 for the month. So I was like, that seems very reasonable, easy. Like, so if I have a couple months to slack off, it'll kind of pick it up, whatever. So I was thinking 120K for the year gross. March in 1 week was 120K.
Sick.
Wow. 3 months in 1 week.
Yeah.
I had to count it 4 times.
You're like,
I was like,
how
is
this happening?
Year Marco in my first quarter, like damn near my first quarter, just a slide over.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. I closed out the first year at 374,000, 76,000, something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't project to break 300,000 until like year 4. You know what I mean? And that's when I was like, this is wild. There is so much uncapped potential. And how do I make sure I stay on top of this wave? You know what I mean? And so now I become a victim of the travel. I become a victim of having to, go somewhere and go somewhere and go somewhere because that's where it all came from. And I'm at this point right now. Actually, I've been fighting with it for like the last month. Just to be honest, it's been wearing me down. It's 2 years of this, like just constant. Time zone differences, never getting into a routine.
And you
I
got
fell
your
off
daughter.
my workout, my routine. I still
mean,
get my daughter 15 days, about 13 to 15 days a month, which is, almost half. But it's like, man, I'm home. I got her, and like still got a business to run and all this other stuff and keep all these past trainees to keep up with because I offer, lifetime mentorship and helping them and aiding them and still trying to find the next client, still find the next location. And like, I'm finally at this point where it's like, all right, some things need to start setting some. I need some help. I need to start setting some real things into play. Real steps and organization. I guess really in reality.
So that kind of brings me to a question that we dabbled on a little bit before. You moved quickly through this, and you weren't doing anything like this prior. So, what would you say to yourself if you could go back and tell Sean when he was still the SMP guy looking for the barbershop, not yet into this whole stretch mark camouflage things, serums and stuff. What's some advice that you would have given to yourself? Because now it seems like you're borderline a little anxious about where this is going, and it just being you, and it just you can only do so much. You still, I mean, people, we are artists, but we still want to live our life.
Yes.
And one of the main reasons I know I got into something like this is because I was working for the city, I was working for hotels, I was working for the man, whatever. I had to put in for my little time off, have it approved, and I hated that. Yeah. And I felt like this way is something that one of the really big perks of this is having your free time. And I feel like hearing your story, you've become, using your words, kind of a victim to your own success.
Absolutely.
So what's something that you would have maybe told yourself or done differently now?
So one thing, just actually, like you mentioned the time off and freedom. I mean, you're never like fully free as a business owner. You guys know that, right? Even if you're sitting
your
on a beach
mental prison,
you're still sitting and thinking about. Even if you like, you know what, I'm leaving the phone in the hotel room. I'm going out with my daughter at the pool. You know, like I was in Orlando. I took her to Disney World for her 4th birthday, and there's some times like that. But you know, I'm still sitting at the pool thinking about work. But one thing that's been cool with the travel is like, I set where I'm going. Most of the places I set where I'm going based on where I want to go. Right. Nice. Like the first time I went to Miami, I was like, I want to go to Miami. Like, so I'm hosting a class down there. I'm spending a week down there. Yeah. You know, like all these travel trips up until the last one, you know, I do it all alone. But my girl came with me to New Jersey, New York, which was cool because then she tagged along for her birthday. But so that's been cool to be able to set those things and enjoy that kind of time like that. But then at the end of the day, you're never, you know, fully free of your company. So one thing I would do, if I could say, right when I took the course and, you know, or you know what, it'd probably be the 3 months later when I realized the potential. If I could sit down with myself at that point and be like, dude, you're about to go on a roller coaster. This shit's gonna be crazy, right? A lot of potential. Yeah. But make sure that you're wise with your money, right? Now, luckily, I'm not broke, you know, but I've definitely had a nicer savings or been a little bit wiser, you know.
Every month won't be the same.
No.